Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and today I'm going to be trying out Intake. Looking at the title, I almost called it Intaki because of how funky the font is, but you know, I dig it. So this is a game made by Cipher Prime Studios. I already did a let's try of their game Fractal, which was much less stressful looking. I've played just a little bit of this game to familiarize myself with it before diving face first into everything. But this is I don't even know how to describe it. They described it as like a fusion between Dr. Mario and Ikaruga, which I've never played either of those games, so this is going to be a bit of an experience. So before we hop in, I'm going to bring you into the menu. There's the drugstore where you can purchase upgrades like bonus lives, bomb boost, which I have yet to run into any bombs, power-ups. I don't even know what half of these things are, but the price tags are super high. I've played for maybe a grand total of 5 minutes and I've got 2,000 drugs, milligrams, whatever. And you need like 1,000,000 to get gunship. I don't even know what gunship is. It's probably more your like Galaga type combat. Then there are achievements for doing all sorts of things, and I think that's how you're supposed to get more of your milligrams for the drugstore stuff. Then there's progress. There are like 75, 100 levels. It also shows you how far you've gotten, your average combo, your accuracy, so on and so forth. There's the scoreboard, global scoreboard. I'm nowhere even close to this list. I'm all sorts of terrible. I'm, in fact, 1% of the highest score in the game already? And mind you, this game came out today. Now, it is also listed on the Humble Indie Bundle for the week. So if you're interested, go pick it up there. They also have all their other games. But, and then here are the settings. Personalized to you. I don't even know. That's not a setting. Mouse sensitivity. I entered into this game and the mouse was clearly lagging behind as I moved. So I had to crank it all the way up. Music and effects. Pretty simple. I'm going to drag down effects a little bit just because it gets kind of breaky. Tutorial, VSync. There are 3 different types of music, but these 2 I can't select yet, so I assume I have to unlock them. And then, super pleasantly, they have colorblind mode for those of you that are colorblind, because this game really does rely on color recognition. Now, now that I've wasted a bunch of time talking about the settings and stuff, let's dive into the game. So, more or less the premise is you switch your color to match the drug falling down, you click it, and then if another drug of a different color comes down, you press spacebar to switch. Pretty simple, but kind of stressful. So currently it's just orange and kind of blue. But you press spacebar or right click to switch between them, which is not a bad setup. And then between levels, they give you a bunch of pills to fly around. Now, my commentary is going to be a little spotty. Yeah, just because the game itself is very frantic. It feels like it should have been made or released on the tablet first, but currently it's only for Mac and PC, which isn't a bad thing. This is a good game, just the controls feel like it would be much better if I could use my fingers on everything instead. If you notice in the background, the Mac in the background restarted. Anyway, the background, the bar increases as you get closer to completing the level, so you don't actually have to look anywhere else on the screen to see how much time you have left before the level is over. The interface also very nicely switches between colors, so you know exactly what color you've got selected, so you don't have to worry too much about hitting the wrong colored pill with a different colored ability, which will break your combo and cost you a life. Whew, that was a close one. Yeah, this is a very fast-paced game. It's very stressful, and realistically, it plays like any old score attack type game. But it's got some interesting twists that I haven't come across yet, and you know the music is quite good. Okay, whew, almost lost it there. But this is about as far as I got in the game prior. And I think at some point I might showcase what... yeah, some of them fall a little bit too fast, and if you have any sort of like drag on your mouse, this game gets really hard really fast. It looks like the bomb upgrade applies here, because some of these are weird and shiny, as opposed to just your standard type of pill. Double rainbow. Don't even know. It is kind of pleasant that much of the interface is very minimal. A lot of things pop up, but you can pretty much ignore them in favor of shooting the drugs as they come down. Now, if you notice, this game is very kind of pharmacy themed, which is kind of an interesting style. It also has one of the weirder gameplay areas, and honestly, I'm glad that they didn't let you... Damn it. Okay, things are getting a little stressful for me, but I'm glad that they didn't force you to use the entire screen, or even let you, because if I had to move across my entire 1080p screen, I would be losing so fast. Oh, damn it. And this is where things go to hell. Yep, there we go. So, that... I managed to make it up to level 14, which ain't half bad. But then from there, you get to go into bonus mode, where more or less they just drop drugs at you, and you click them as fast as possible to get as many extra points as possible. I seem to have done fairly well there. I only made it up to level 14, and I believe I have to make it all the way up to 25 before I can switch up. But now I have unlocked certain things that I could have and use. I don't know. A lot of these are like power-ups, so if you have a lot of things on the board, you can clear it instead of having to worry about clicking all of them, which isn't half bad, but I prefer to get kind of the pure experience. So let's just go with extra lives, and it looks like you can get 4 extra lives before you go on, and then more achievements that... So what was double rainbow? Double rainbow is kill all the tablets in 2 back-to-back level end tablet rainbows. I don't even know. But, so that is pretty much the gist of the gameplay. I don't think I'm going to make it up to level 25. I think it's just slightly outside of my reach. But if you die before you make it to 25, you pretty much have to start from ground zero. Ground zero, yeah, level 1. Not ground zero, that's a little dark. But it isn't half bad. It feels like the gameplay would be almost indistinguishable between one type and another. And you definitely do have kind of this nice force feedback. Every time you break something, it explodes. It feels very clean. The backgrounds are kind of these weird Matrix-y style stuff. I'd almost want this as part of an equalizer. But the one thing I've noticed kind of from the get-go is there's only one type of music. And here's where we start to get kind of into the negatives. And don't get me wrong, this is a good game. It sets out pretty much exactly for... It does exactly what it set out to do, kind of at its conception. But if you notice, there's only one song, which, not terrible, but I would like to be able to switch. And maybe you can, and I haven't noticed. And if so, I will leave an explanation of how in the comments. But as it stands, I pretty much only have heard this one song this entire time I've been playing. And again, not a terrible thing, but I really wish I could be able to listen to my own music and have it kind of procedurally generate things as we went along instead. Because it's not a bad song, but having to go through 25 levels of the same, more or less, loop over and over again is going to get really tiring and really, really boring. And I'm hoping maybe I'm just missing the mark here, but the other problem I have, specifically with this song, I noticed this on one of their other games, Auditorium, is they've got some very nice loops. The music is very well made, but you can tell the edges on the loops. Ah, damn. Okay. But I was kind of hoping for the music to at least be seamless. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more down-tempo-y, like in Fractal, but looks like that is not the case. And again, you know, to each their own music taste. Whew. I'm in trouble. I was... damn. The one... Yeah, if you notice, I'm getting silent because I'm back up to where I was the last time before I lost. And things come down a lot faster, a lot more mixed. Damn. Okay. Looks like... Oh, looks like that actually was kind of sort of it for me. Or no. I guess you have a limited number of lives, and now that I got the life pickup, it gives me one extra chance, which is good, because, boy did I need it. And I don't think I'm going to get much farther than this. My wrist is starting to hurt. Unfortunately, I can't handle much for frenetic games, because eventually it comes down to my hand just hurts too much. But yeah, as I was saying, you can actually tell where the edges, yeah, we just passed it there, if you were listening to music. The edges of the music get kind of obvious, and again, not that big of a deal, especially when you're focusing more on the gameplay than anything else. But I would much prefer to have music that loops nicely and doesn't feel overly repetitive, and unfortunately they also have a vocal track. God damn. Oh, that's it for me. I think I made it up to, I don't even know, level 18? Yeah, it says in the faint shield in the background. But, pills, drugs, yeah. So I think kind of the premise of this game is you're trying to stop drugs from hitting your system. I don't really know. But it's cool, it works. Now, at this point, I don't think I'm going to get into any more levels just to kind of talk about how I feel about this game. It's a decent game. I really hope I was just making a mistake and not being able to switch the different types of music available to me, because, well, just listening to the same loop over and over and over again for the past 12 and a half minutes has gotten a little tiring. But the first thing I can really say about Cipher Prime's games, the music is good, and say what you want about the repetitiveness about this one. This is kind of the only dubstep I can actually handle, and that's saying something, because I really don't like dubstep that much. But the other thing you can really say about Cipher Prime is the graphic design and just the user interface, and really art in general, is tight. Everything here is very clean cut and vectored looking, and it's perfect. I really enjoy it. So, let's see if I can pick up slow-mo. Probably will be super useful here. I don't think I have any other things I can pick up. I guess magic mushrooms to make everything bigger to click on. Okay, drugs. But, so the entire user interface is drop dead gorgeous. The pills dropping down the effects when you break them. The, you know, swirly targeting reticle when you switch between different colors. The fact that, you know, the colors do actually even switch when you switch levels, so it's not just red pill, blue pill. And you can even buy upgrades for increased color combos, which is neat. And I kind of like that. But again, my main complaint is going to go back to there just isn't enough music in this game to make me want to play it over and over and over again. If I could plug my own music into it especially, I think I would love it. Because, you know, this feels like the kind of game where it could procedurally generate the pills as it comes down. And, you know, I could throw it in anywhere from, you know, Dead Mouse to Imogen Heap and just have a completely different experience for both. One more relaxing than the other, obviously. I think that could be a really cool concept. But as it stands, it only has 3 songs available, unless there's something I'm missing. But I'm trying to select my music, and it's... all I can do is be aggressive. Which... yeah. So, would I recommend this game? Maybe, maybe not. Currently it's part of the Humble Bundle, and if you kind of like this frenetic style of play, it's cool, especially if you like score attack. But if you're not the kind of person that likes a really stressful shooter type game, I'm not sure if I would recommend it to you. I definitely wouldn't have recommended it to myself. My wrist, I'm probably going to have to put on a brace after this, which, again, not the end of the world, and that's my problem to deal with. But if you have any sort of, like, carpal tunnel or hand claw type issues, this game is going to set them off pretty badly. It's a lot of moving around the mouse, and realistically, I would say, if you are interested in this game, maybe wait until they come out with a mobile version. I really hope they are. I haven't seen if they are or not, because it really does feel like something you could tap really fast on, and it would be awesome. But overall, I think I might play this game a little bit more, see if I can unlock the new music and try out some of the power-ups, because it looks like the game gets easier as you unlock power-ups. But I think at the end of the day, I would say buy the Cipher Prime Humble Bundle for Fractal especially, which I already reviewed. And maybe this one and the other ones just sheerly for the music. But I don't think I'm going to be going out of my way to play this game too much often. Too much more often? You guys know what I mean. Anyway, this has been Wanderbot playing Intake, and see you guys later.